Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of traveling from one place to another. Travel upon or across. Undertake a journey or trip. The act of traveling from one place to another. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. We traveled from Rome to Naples by bus. Travel upon or across. Travel the oceans. Undertake a journey or trip. A movement through space that changes the location of something. Self-propelled movement. Make a trip for pleasure. The act of going from one place to another. He enjoyed selling but he hated the travel. Travel from place to place, as for the purpose of finding work, preaching, or acting as a judge. Undergo transportation as in a vehicle. We traveled north on Route 508. The act of going from one place to another. The act of going from one place to another. Give an incentive for action. This moved me to sacrifice my career. Be in a state of action. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. The soldiers moved towards the city in an attempt to take it before night fell. The act of changing location from one place to another. The movement of people from the farms to the cities. Cause to move or shift into a new position or place, both in a concrete and in an abstract sense. The director moved more responsibilities onto his new assistant. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. We must move quickly. The act of changing your residence or place of business. They say that 3 moves equal 1 fire. Have a turn. Make one's move in a game. Have an emotional or cognitive impact upon. Follow a procedure or take a course. A change of position that does not entail a change of location. Movement as a sign of life. Progress by being changed. Propose formally, in a debate or parliamentary meeting. Arouse sympathy or compassion in. Her fate moved us all. Change residence, affiliation, or place of employment. We moved from Idaho to Nebraska. Dispose of by selling. The chairman of the company told the salesman to move the computers. Game. A player's turn to take some action permitted by the rules of the game. Go or proceed from one point to another. The debate moved from family values to the economy. Live one's life in a specified environment. She moves in certain circles only. Move so as to change position, perform a non-translational motion. He moved his hand slightly to the right. The act of deciding to do something. He didn't make a move to help. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. Follow a certain course. How did your interview go? Have a particular form. As the saying goes. Move away from a place into another direction. Perform as expected when applied. The washing machine won't go unless it's plugged in. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. How fast does your new car go? Be in the right place or situation. Let's put healthcare where it belongs, under the control of the government. A usually brief attempt. A board game for two players who place counters on a grid. The object is to surround and so capture the opponent's counters. Pass from physical life and lose all bodily attributes and functions necessary to sustain life. Make a certain noise or sound. Lead, extend, or afford access. This door goes to the basement. Street names for methylenedioxymethamphetamine. Continue to live and avoid dying. Begin or set in motion. Ready, set, go. Stop operating or functioning. To be spent or finished. The money had gone after a few days. A time period for working, after which you will be relieved by someone else. It's my go. Blend or harmonize. This sofa won't go with the chairs. Go through in search of something. Search through someone's belongings in an unauthorized way. Enter or assume a certain state or condition. Get going. Have a turn. Make one's move in a game. Can I go now? Give support to, or make a choice of, one out of a group or number. Stretch out over a distance, space, time, or scope. Run or extend between 2 points or beyond a certain point. His knowledge doesn't go very far. Follow a procedure or take a course. We should go farther in this matter. Be the right size or shape. Fit correctly or as desired. Progress by being changed. The speech has to go through several more drafts. Be abolished or discarded. These ugly billboards have to go. Be or continue to be in a certain condition. Be ranked or compare. This violinist is as good as Juilliard-trained violinists go. Be spent. Functioning correctly and ready for action. All systems are go. Pass, fair, or elapse, of a certain state of affairs or action. How is it going? Get high, stoned, or drugged. He trips every weekend. Put in motion or move to act. Miss a step and fall or nearly fall. Cause to stumble. The questions on the test tripped him up. A catch mechanism that acts as a switch. The pressure activates the tripper and releases the water. An accidental misstep threatening, or causing, a fall. An exciting or stimulating experience. Make a trip for pleasure. An unintentional but embarrassing blunder. He recited the whole poem without a single trip. A hallucinatory experience induced by drugs. An acid trip. A journey for some purpose, usually including the return. He took a trip to the shopping center. A light or nimble tread. He heard the trip of women's feet overhead. A journey taken for pleasure. Make a trip for pleasure. Hitting a golf ball off of a tee with a driver. He sliced his drive out of bounds. The act of applying force to propel something. After reaching the desired velocity, the drive is cut off. A journey in a vehicle, usually an automobile. He took the family for a drive in his new car. Force into or from an action or state, either physically or metaphorically. He drives me mad. Have certain properties when driven. My new truck drives well. Move into a desired direction of discourse. A road leading up to a private house. They parked in the driveway. Cause to move back by force or influence. Strive and make an effort to reach a goal. A series of actions advancing a principle or tending toward a particular end. The team was ready for a drive toward the pennant. A wide scenic road planted with trees. The Riverside Drive offers many exciting scenic views. Travel or be transported in a vehicle. Proceed along in a vehicle. We drive the turnpike to work. A mechanism by which force or power is transmitted in a machine. A variable speed drive permitted operation through a range of speeds. A physiological state corresponding to a strong need or desire. Cause someone or something to move by driving. Cause to function by supplying the force or power for or by controlling. The amplifier drives the tube. Cause to move rapidly by striking or throwing with force. Drive the ball far out into the field. Compel somebody to do something, often against his own will or judgment. Computer science. A device that writes data onto or reads data from a storage medium. Excavate horizontally. Drive a tunnel. Hit very hard, as by swinging a bat horizontally. Drive a ball. Hunting. Chase from cover into more open ground. Drive the game. Hunting. Search for game. Drive the forest. Move by being propelled by a force. Operate or control a vehicle. Drive a car or bus. Push, propel, or press with force. Sports. A hard straight return, as in tennis or squash. Strike with a driver, as in teeing off. Drive a golf ball. The act of driving a herd of animals overland. The trait of being highly motivated. His drive and energy exhausted his coworkers. To compel or force or urge relentlessly or exert coercive pressure on, or motivate strongly. She is driven by her passion. Urge forward. Drive the cows into the barn. Work as a driver. He drives a bread truck. A journey taken for pleasure. Many summer excursions to the shore. Wandering from the main path of a journey. A military campaign designed to achieve a specific objective in a foreign country. A journey taken for pleasure. The property of being prompt and efficient. A journey organized for a particular purpose. An organized group of people undertaking a journey for a particular purpose. An expedition was sent to explore Mars. Provide a feast or banquet for. Partake in a feast or banquet. A journey taken for pleasure. Go on a pleasure trip. A trip taken by an official at public expense. Dessert made of sweetened milk coagulated with rennet. A period of time sufficient for factors to work themselves out. He performed well over the long haul. A journey over a long distance. It's a long haul from New York to Los Angeles. Writing or music that is excessively sweet and sentimental. Travel with a dog sled. Cornmeal boiled in water. Any soft or soggy mass. A journey by dog sled. Drive, a team of dogs or a dog sled. A Greek epic poem, attributed to Homer, describing the journey of Odysseus after the fall of Troy. A long wandering and eventful journey. An electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow. A journey or route all the way around a particular place or area. We took a quick circuit of the park. A racetrack for automobile races. Movement once around a course. The boundary line encompassing an area or object. An established itinerary of venues or events that a particular group of people travel to. She's a familiar name on the club circuit. Law. A judicial division of a state or the United States, so called because originally judges traveled and held court in different locations, one of the 12 groups of states in the United States that is covered by a particular circuit court of appeals. Make a circuit. They were circuiting about the state. The passing of a law by a legislative body. A bodily reaction of changing from one place or stage to another. The passage of air from the lungs. The act of passing from one state or place to the next. A journey usually by ship. The outward passage took 10 days. A short section of a musical composition. The motion of one object relative to another. A path or channel or duct through or along which something may pass. The nasal passages. The act of passing something to another person. A section of text, particularly a section of medium length. A way through or along which someone or something may pass. A journey to a sacred place. A journey to a sacred place. A journey taken for pleasure. It was merely a pleasure trip. A journey in a vehicle, usually an automobile. Have certain properties when driven. This car rides smoothly. Copulate with. Sit and travel on the back of animal, usually while controlling its motions. Did you ever ride a camel? Be contingent on. The outcomes rides on the results of the election. Harass with persistent criticism or carping. Don't ride me so hard over my failure. A mechanical device that you ride for amusement or excitement. Be carried or travel on or in a vehicle. I ride to work in a bus. Be sustained or supported or borne. Climb up on the body. Shorts that ride up. Continue undisturbed and without interference. Let it ride. Keep partially engaged by slightly depressing a pedal with the foot. Don't ride the clutch. Lie moored or anchored. Ship rides at anchor. Move like a floating object. Ride over, along, or through. Sit on and control a vehicle. He rides his bicycle to work every day. Perform a chasse step, in ballet. A journey taken for pleasure. After cautious sachets into the field. Ballet. Quick gliding steps with one foot always leading. Move sideways. To walk with a lofty, proud gait, often in an attempt to impress others. A square dance figure. Partners circle each other taking sideways steps. Yiddish. An awkward and stupid person. A tedious or difficult journey. Pull along heavily, like a heavy load against a resistance. Yiddish. An awkward and stupid person. A tedious or difficult journey. Walk or tramp about. Pull along heavily, like a heavy load against a resistance. Can you schlep this bag of potatoes upstairs? A period of time spent in military service. A journey or route all the way around a particular place or area. They took an extended tour of Europe. A time period for working, after which you will be relieved by someone else. Make a tour of a certain place. We toured the Provence this summer. A facility consisting of the means and equipment necessary for the movement of passengers or goods. Make a passage or journey from one place to another. A journey usually by ship. A surveying instrument for measuring horizontal and vertical angles, consisting of a small telescope mounted on a tripod. Cause or enable to pass through. The canal will transit hundreds of ships every day. Pass across. A sign or house of the zodiac, or pass across, the disk of a celestial body or the meridian of a place. The comet will transit on September 11th. Revolve, the telescope of a surveying transit, about its horizontal transverse axis in order to reverse its direction. A day devoted to an outdoor social gathering. A journey taken for pleasure. Exchange or replace with another, usually of the same kind or category. Exchange positions without a change in value. These operators commute with each other. Exchange a penalty for a less severe one. Change the order or arrangement of. A regular journey of some distance to and from your place of work. There is standing room only on the high-speed commute. Travel back and forth regularly, as between one's place of work and home. A turning aside, of your course or attention or concern. A digression into irrelevant details. A message that departs from the main subject. Wandering from the main path of a journey.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.